Hello and welcome, everyone. Another A Total War Today news segment. We're going to start you off with a cool video about pugs. As you can see, these are little tiny pug dogs herding cattle. Goats. It attests to uh, the sheer incompetence of cows, whereas they could just step on the dog, and they would be instantly dead. Anyway, uh, surprisingly, those pugs are like, what was it? It was like they're some of the world's best cattlers. Those particular two pugs. It's crazy. It's really quite neat. But I just thought that was funny. Two little tiny pug dogs pushing around 800-pound cows. All right, so we have voter number turnout, which is cool. This is just a segue into talking about the ridiculousness, but I liked the headline on it. Joe Biden town hall liked to an episode of Mister Rogers. More ballots, just information for those of you in Kentucky, if you're there. More ballots found in a dumpster, and a video at the end about a man getting kicked off uh, a plane for basically for wearing a mask. And the woman who is filming this is amazing. So, and I give her all the props in the world. So, we're actually going to start off because I had a bad save. So instead of jumping into the news at first this morning, we're actually going to have to redo this battle. That's one reason why I'm a little late, is I couldn't get the previous save to load. It was screwed up. But I did get because I quick saved before this battle, I did get it to load. So I lucked out there. So I have to redo this one, which was not a pleasant battle, if I remember correctly. So let's get it done. Uh, so how is everybody doing today, though? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys caught the town hall meetings to watch the difference between how the Democrats would treat 50% of America versus how they treat the other 50%. Folks, this is the moment. This is your time. When Trump says this is one of the most important elections, he's not wrong. Um, I don't like the thought that Americans would do the things that they're already doing. In all honesty, it's kind of disturbing. Makes me sad for my country, for to be completely honest.
Gotta kill him!
All right.
Shifting!
And yeah. Pause. All right. Where are these the mortars? Yes. Everybody focus your fire on that. Looks like they already were, but I just wanted to make sure.
This'll fix them.
All right.
Take that.
All right. Let's get this. Let's get this done. All right. We will group you up. Move you over here. And then we will group these guys. Do this. Yep. All right. Group those, and we'll move these to this flank, along with these two, and we'll grab some. We'll grab the other archers. Group them up. Move them. We'll just move them up to here for now. Oh. Thank you, Bex. There we go. I always appreciate the technical assistance. And you can come over here. All right.
Great Simon! Bad noon, this stinks! Stabby time! This stinks!
Reinforcements are on their way, guys.
This stinks! Get out to ready!
You do.
Right, Simon! This shrew will have ya! Get going!
Actually don't know what that music is in the background, but actually cannot stop it from happening. I have zero idea what that is. We're just gonna go with it. I'm assuming it's something to do with the web page that's up, but yep. So there you have it. It's so weird because that's not supposed to be there.
Gonna stab him!
Yeah, I know music is playing. It's not from the game, I can tell you that. It makes it funny though.
Says the average age of COVID-19
yeah, hold
cases
on.
in
I gotta
Tennessee
have
is
to pause
43.
this.
The average age for hospitalized coronavirus patients is 70, and the death rate in rural areas is double that of urban areas.
And be quiet. All right, back to the game. Yeah, so this is going way worse than last time, I'd just like to say.
Where is Gobos?
Can't seem to get them to
Ha
attack the
ha!
mortars.
Stick him! Nice one!
See if we can get
Yes,
these
get
guys to
it!
do it.
Let's fight! Gonna kill him! Stab him! We is Gobos! Come on, lads! Running!
Go get him.
Great Simon! This one's a biggie! Spell scan! Bad noon kid! Ah!
Very convenient that you...
The lads are ready! Running! Stickers ready! We is better than them! Stab him! Drink the brew! Goblins! Get going! Let's have him!
What are you guys engaged with?
Here's the cave!
Nothing.
Gonna kill him! Charge! Let's fight! Who can we stab?
Get in there.
As long as we draw breath, they will die!
Goblins! Gonna kill him!
Get him.
Charge! We is better than them! Charge!
Alrighty.
Morg wants it! Wah! If Morg wants it, yeah.
Ignore the
All right.
those guys and
Now
go
I
after
think.
these, please.
Charge! We do it!
Dogs will. Log says it, we do it.
Fight them
You first!
for our right to live!
Gonna stab him! Moving fast!
Let's have ya!
If Morg wants it! Moving fast! Shifting! Get them! Ah, look at him!
Comrades,
Oh, look at him! Oh,
Out of the
hello!
province!
Let's do this! Night goblins! Great Simon! Get going! Gonna stab him! Stab him!
Go kill that, please.
Drink the brew!
Please fight.
Charge!
I dislike it when they don't fight.
Goblins! Running!
Man, what the hell?
Arrow boys.
The lads are ready!
Ooh, Mom. Goodness. Ah.
Goblin! Caterpillar! Get going! Who can we stop? This stinks!
The gods have abandoned us!
Alrighty. Now,
Get
down here and
going!
smash this.
This stinks! Goblins! We is better than them!
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Now go over here and shoot things.
Let's do this! Moving fast!
Error boys!
The lads are ready!
Okay.
Get going! All right! Gonna kill 'em! Drink the brew! Gonna kill 'em! Let's scrap! Fight for milk! This stinks!
Fight for Moke. This is not going very well this
Gonna
time.
kill 'em! We is gobbos! Let's scrap! Moving fast!
Hey, I did not turn that back on. Do not do that again. Thank you.
We
In
the
there,
one!
fight. He's almost dead.
I'll kick the
He
snot
died
out of
again,
'em.
huh? Oh, it's well. He died last time too. I was actually hoping to keep him alive this time. I guess not.
Bring them to their knees!
Let's have 'em! Get out to ready! Helping out!
Fire arrows into that, please. Where are all the
Goblins! Charge!
That's true. I'll make sure there are no more cavalry, though. Or at least as few as possible. Get him, get him, get him.
The gods have abandoned us!
If I can cut him off. I doubt it. You guys are what? Active. And killed their general. Anyway. In battle. I killed as many of them as I could. Lost Tooftaka, but, you know. Took out both their mortars and their mortar cavalry, or the chariots. And a whole bunch of their troops. I don't think I lost a full set of troops at all. These archers killed 189 dudes. Well, they did really good, didn't they? Damn. Ugh. See, now their goal above all else was to eat captives.
Start the war!
Alright. I can't. Sure, we'll take you.
What you want?
There we go. Blade Master. Inspiring Presence. Scarred Veteran. And Deadly Blade. There we go. Alright. Well, I saw off the first set of those guys. Yeah, oh yeah, we got lots of...
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Everybody's got an upgrade. Weapon strength plus 10%. And what else do we want to do? Hard to hit, that'll work. Alright. Assign skill points. Sure. Into replenishment.
What a sucking it do you want?
Oh, I don't want you in attrition.
Getting it done.
Nope, I don't want you to do that either. You
All
can't
right
do
then.
that, though.
I'll do it.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Running.
There you go. And research available. Nothing. Enormous loot cart. Gork and Mork. Trolling. I like that. That's funny. Alright. You have lots of things in here. Ooh, I have upgrades for you now. Longer weapons. Oh, definitely defense. Alright. Well, now we will do the news. Alright. Okie dokie. So, Washington, from news, from CBS, we have more than 17 million Americans have already cast ballots in 2020. A record-shattering avalanche of early voting. Now, a total of 12% of the votes cast at the presidential election at 8 states are not reporting their totals, and voters will still have more than 2 weeks to cast their ballots. So my question is, it says 17 million Americans have already cast their ballots. I don't think that that is correct. And if you want to know why I think that's not correct, is because, yeah, related. Mail your ballots in as easy as possible. Okay, so they are counting mail-in ballots. So this is a common theme in, like, I've seen on a few different articles. Beck sent me this particular one. I'm using it because it had the highest number, actually, out of the others that I saw. So, they're counting all these mail-in ballots. Well, you don't know that these mail-in ballots have been used, or that they aren't in a dumpster, or that they haven't been burned, or they haven't been lost, or that they're not just sitting in stacks on people's counters. You don't actually know how many people have voted this year. Well, that's kind of a disturbing thought, if you ask me. Like, so if we're expected to, like, well, according to polls and things like that, we're supposed to expect Joe Biden to win with a landslide, right? Like, basically every state is blue, according to them. You know, everybody hates Trump, so every single state's gonna turn blue on us. You know, all but like the heathen states in the middle. You know, they won't, but we don't care about them. They're only two electoral votes anyway. But my point is, this is disconcerting to me as an American, not my own personal beliefs, just as an American, thinking that our government right now has zero accountability over where our votes are. And that's scary. Because it says 17 million. I mean, so take Iowa or Michigan, any of the other swing states. Just take one of them. You take an eighth of that total number, and that's well over the amount that Trump won by last time to win those states. So, where are all the votes? Where are all these ballots? This was the issue that a lot of people saw beforehand. You know, and I'm not just talking about Trump. I'm talking about there was a lot more opposition than just him. So, you can say a lot of things about Trump, but he actually isn't that original. What I mean by that is he doesn't come up with these opinions of his all on his own. He is not some end-all be-all of knowledge of things that are happening. What it is he has a lot of people around, and this is true of every president, mind you, but he has just a ton of people around him saying, hey, you know, this is a problem. You know, these 15 other experts that I'm standing with are telling me, and it's my, that there's zero accountability for mass mail-in ballots. You know, Pennsylvania is like, they're scrambling to try to get people more ballots because they sent the wrong ones, and then they sent ballots that were incorrect. Like the format was incorrect. They didn't include people on the ballots. There was one where they started scanning, and I think it was in North Carolina, I want to say. They started scanning in ballots, and they noticed real quick that Trump's votes weren't counting. And now, this is not a subversive thing. What it was is on the bottom of the sheet. Now, it wasn't like they were voting for Trump or for Biden either. They just weren't counting the vote. They're counting as blanks. And so these go through electron. They're kind of like your old tests from school. Just not quite the same. They're slightly different. So on the bottom there's a barcode, right? There's a barcode on the bottom of these ballots. That part is scanned in, and that gives the computer all the information about where all the ticks should be. Because they use one program to calculate or to tally up the electronic votes. They use one program, it goes on a thumb drive, it goes into a computer, that is then sent, via securely to the actual vote count. So, yeah, Scantron. Thank you, Bex. I could not remember the name. So it's but every state has different people they have to elect, for like senators and things like that. So they're not going to change. They just add that to a database. But the actual program itself is the same across the board. And they had to do that for very specific reasons, so to reduce fraud because it's a program. Programs can be manipulated, right? So it's the exact same program across the board, so that way the encryption is exactly the same, and when they download it to tally votes, it's correct. So when they scanned in the thing, Trump's name just wasn't on the database, and that's just a computer error. And that is the biggest concern, is that because of a specific Scantron setup with just the with just mail-in ballots. Now, it didn't do the same thing for the regular ballot setup, the ones where you go in person. When you scan those in, it shows a different setup. It actually had his name in there. So, conspiracy theorists want to say, well, that was on purpose, but it was caught almost immediately. Like when 50 votes came in with 0 votes on a president, the likelihood of that is very slim, especially, with the elevated awareness that people are currently at for voting for their president. And so they immediately caught it. They went through and they manually inputted the presidential portion of the ballots. Now, this was caught, fixed, all that fun stuff. But that takes human interaction and time. And we want our election to be confirmed at least in the week of the presidential election. If we have to go through because, 5 million Scantrons were incorrectly input and no votes for president were counted, regardless of who they were supposed to be for, that's 5 million things people have to go through and input. That's a lot of time. That's a month's worth of work at least. But, frog in my throat. But yeah, but this shows that, like 17 million Americans have voted. And so when you're out there and people are like, oh, it's the largest turnout in the world, if you're watching news or something like that, they're wrong. That is 100% false. It took me a little bit of time to research that because it didn't make sense to me because I've heard conflicting information from other news sources. And what it is a lot of these places are counting all the mail-in ballots. Hold on one second, folks. All right. There you go, Booger. You're welcome. All right, so don't believe it. They've actually indicated that due to mass mail-in ballot voting, that the turnout is actually going to be far less this year, only because the actual counted votes are going to be greatly reduced at a 15% margin of error on the fact that the ballots will be kicked out for not being able to be counted. That's just how it is, folks. Democrats wanted it, and in all honesty, it's hurting their base more than it's hurting the Republican base. Because Republicans, for the most part, well, they just don't care about the coronavirus. It's not that they don't worry. They do their social distancing, and for the most part, they wear masks. But if we're being honest, they're not deathly afraid of dying from this. Whereas those who watch constant CNN and, left-leaning media, they are deathly afraid. In the disparaging difference of 15% of Democratic men believe it's time to go back to work and lift the things, whereas 75% of Republican men believe the same. 5% of Democratic women think the same at 45% of Republican women. Now, why did I bring that statistic up? Because it's important. That means that just in the ideas of general safety, we are that divided. It's not even close. So, that is disconcerting to say the least. But yeah, so I don't want you guys. The thing I want most is I don't want people to see this and go, "Oh well, there's going to be plenty of votes this year. Go out and vote. These numbers are not even close to correct. You can consider this number 17 million. You can cut it by about 65% for this year, which puts us. Wait till the flu hits mixed with this astronomical number. You'll see." Oh, JC, I just want to clarify. I'm just trying to get you here, or understand what you're getting at. Are you saying once they start counting the flu deaths with the COVID deaths, and all the blue guys, the blue folks just kind of disappear from the world and go into full hibernation, or are you saying? I just want some clarification there. It's very interesting to me. I want to know what you mean, man. It's a very good point. The CDC actually released saying, "Hey, you really have to reset the numbers because we're in a different year at this point as far as disease goes, and we really need to pay attention to what happens when the flu starts hitting, and getting those numbers so we don't screw it up for next year's flu shot." So, let me know what you mean, JC. I'll do the 20-second Jeopardy music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Well, he'll clarify when he gets a chance. All right. Joe Biden town hall liked to an episode of Mr. Rogers. And having stayed up most of the evening watching these two stupid town halls, I will 100% agree. This was boring. This was like watching. JC answered. When the COVID strand mutates and comes into contact with the flu, there'll be more deaths. Yes, absolutely, and that is something the CDC has warned about. It's already happening. People are saying, "Oh, there's another spike in deaths due to the coronavirus, that we're re-getting it." No, what JC said is exactly what the CDC warned of earlier this month, that there's going to be flu and COVID together. People's immune systems will be lowered by the flu, and they will recontract or exacerbate their existing COVID. And it'll seem as if people are catching it twice when, because of the long incubation period, even though they technically cleared a week ago, they still had the virus in their system, but they're fully fighting it off. And then they caught the flu, and their body was unable to maintain. And it seems like people are double catching the disease. And that is not what's actually happening. But yes, JC, you are 100% right. However, they have proven with the shadow of doubt they cannot become one and the same. It is actually a part of their initial studies in trying to create the. They're afraid because it has very similar or almost identical characteristics to the flu, that they were going to be unable to create a vaccine. Because apparently they can't create a vaccine for the flu, which I think is total BS. I think they just want to charge us money. But they've proven that they can't actually meld into a new virus, luckily, because the flu is far more contagious than COVID. And the reason it can't is because it's already a similar virus to that of SARS. It is in the SARS line of diseases, and those two viruses we found out for the past 30 years they can't actually intermingle amongst each other anyway. So we are safe there. And, I mean, barring any, this is scientists at their best guess. I will give it that. This is scientists at their best guess. And as it is right now, they think that we cannot get any, we cannot, the two things won't crossbreed, I guess, technically. I can't think of a better word for it. So, let's hope that stays to be the case. So, all right. It's a beautiful night in the neighborhood for Joe Biden. Oh, I thought we were going to do a song there. According to critics who compared the Democratic presidential candidate town hall meeting on ABC to a Mr. Rogers episode. And that is absolutely right. This was so boring, guys. It was absolute torture. He tried to push for the court packing thing, but if you watch a comparison between the Trump and the Biden town halls, and this has not, in all honesty, it had nothing to do with the difference in the candidates. Now, as we know, Donald Trump has a much better presence when it comes to being in the light. He is much more magnetic in that fashion, whereas Joe Biden comes off as a man who just wants to sit down and take a nap, which is his right at 78 years old. I will give him that. But the way the moderators took to each other in complete contrast. Stephanopoulos here, he just basically let Joe Biden talk and didn't interject or fact check or anything like that. He doesn't even have a list of things he wants to talk about in his hands. Whereas if you go to the Trump one, oh my Lord, the woman berated him, called him a liar to his face and things like that. And the best part is when he said, "I don't know who QAnon is." It's like, "Yes, you do. Yes, you do." What do you? He just said he didn't. It is not your job to berate him until he agrees with you. This is not an interrogation. This is a debate. It's not even a debate. It's a town hall meeting. The people who he's supposed to answer are those in the audience, not you, crazy little lady with no upper lip. I mean, she seriously just looked constantly pissed that she was even having to be there. They have to give equal opportunity to both Biden and Joe via the media. Well, the media companies have different things set up where they're supposed to divide the coverage, I guess, so they all get equal ratings in that regard. And it was just NBC's turn to take this over. In my opinion, if NBC doesn't want to do the town hall for Trump, let Fox do it. And you can say all you want that, like Fox is, they're partial towards him. Yes, in the fact that they don't hate his guts. But if you've watched any of his previous interactions with Fox, they actually ask him questions, hard questions. They don't softball him regardless. So they should have just done his on Fox and let him, multicast on all the different networks. I don't care. Nobody wanted to watch that. The ratings showed that because they ran at the exact same time, but one was an hour and a half and one was a half hour long, that when the half hour one was done, that's when people went and started watching this because nobody cared. Yes, I actually covered that yesterday, bud, in my news yesterday. If you run back and watch it, yes, I did with Wolf Blitzer, JC. Yeah, that was hilarious. Because it was basically finally they're like, "Hey, Nancy Pelosi, you need to just stop trying to shove permanent or complete and utter uniform mail-in ballots down everybody's throats. Nobody wants it. Nobody cares. It's not the important issue. Get people their money." And Nancy Pelosi's like, "You just don't know. You just don't know." Crazy lady. Yeah, I covered that yesterday, and yeah, it was a fairly hilarious thing to watch. Unless there was another one, in which case I'll look it up in a minute, and we'll run that video. But yeah, this was hilarious. Go watch the debates. Watch Donald Trump. He answers questions great. And watch for the black woman with the red mask behind Donald Trump, who is constantly nodding her head. It was hilarious. And how he basically won the debate against the moderator. Because that's what he was doing. He was debating the moderator from CBS. That entire thing. And how by the end you watch, because there's 3 women behind him, sitting behind him. You have an African American woman up in the right, to the right with the red mask. You have a black-haired white woman directly behind him, and then you have a blonde-haired white woman behind that. So in the beginning, the black-haired woman shaking her head, going, no, she's agreeing with the moderator. The woman in the middle in the back, she just didn't react at all. It's like, maybe kind of, you get the impression. But it's just hilarious to watch it. By the end, all 3 of them are nodding in agreement with Trump. And that woman in the black hair hated him when it started. You could tell by her body language. But it was great to watch. That was actually, the weird thing is like, because that black woman was so, like, animated behind him, you stopped watching or paying attention to him, and like you listened to what he said, but watched to see if she agreed, because it was just funny. Anyway, and this, I actually had those out of order on accident, but what I was referring to when I said don't worry about the count, because undeliverable absentee ballots found in Kentucky dumpster. Again, these are counted on the actual ballots, though. These are counted by your 17 million. And we have 112 unopened absentee ballots inside a dumpster. Now, they're going to try and get the absentee ballots back out to them so they can deliver them and things like that. But this is what is happening. This is why, and you know as well as I do, Louisville, Kentucky, these are all Trump voters. I mean, from the 4299 zip code. So if you did send in your ballot and you are in that zip code, please get with Jefferson County to see if your ballot if you were unable to, or your ballot is unreadable or unusable, that you get out and vote in person or find out what you have to do. Call, figure it out, guys, because your vote counts, and we want everybody's vote to be read in the end of this. It's not what's going to happen. There's going to be tons of people who don't. This is amazing, though. I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of people voting. I think it's going to be a higher number than we expect, but don't be discouraged by that. Go out, vote. Remember, your boss can't stop you. All right, folks. I will finish up the news portion with this, and then we'll play a little more Total War, and then I'll call it for this afternoon. But I wanted to show this video because beyond what happened being despicable, the woman in this makes a very valid point, and it's amazing. So enjoy.
Because I'm eating. Here's the deal. They said if I'm actively eating, the crew does not want you on this flight. They brought the plane back to the gate. I'm not going to delay another 3 people to argue this with you.
Are you serious? I literally am eating.
So we're not allowed to eat with our masks off? Is that what you're saying?
Am I not allowed to eat with my mask off?
You need to come off this aircraft. You're being denied.
For what though?
Failure to comply.
I complied. I put it on after they asked me to.
Yeah, and that's what they said in Germany too, right? Just comply. Thank you very much for showing us who you are.
100% correct, lady. So, my note on that is 1. If you are being treated unfairly due to the fact that you have Trump gear on or something like that, you have no choice but to, because of FAA regulations and all that. I mean, if he didn't comply, the police would have gone in there, or the TSA will have gone in there, and they'd have ripped him off that plane, and it would have been a catastrophe for him. Now, I wholeheartedly support his ability to wear that hat, and in no way, shape, or form is his eating causing any problem. Now, on the flip side, Southwest Airlines was breaking the rules, folks. They had people seated directly in front and directly behind that individual. There is supposed to be an entire row empty behind each one. Yeah. Southwest Airlines will be facing, more than likely, in my opinion, a lawsuit due to not following FAA regulations. Enjoy, and I hope they slam them to the wall. 1, what they did to him was completely unfair and completely wrong. Why is it that he was singled out? There were 3 other people in the video without masks on, folks. And that doesn't even show the entirety of the plane. They had one of their own stewardesses without a mask on at the front of the plane. She was trying to put it on, but she didn't have it on. Why didn't she have it on? Well, she wasn't directly around anybody, was she? There was no need. That man was literally singled out because he was wearing a Trump hat. This stuff has to stop right now. It is ridiculous. It is entirely one-sided. What I mean by that is it is only Trump people. Like, if there was an Antifa or a Black Lives Matter person sitting right there, they'd have had zero problem. In all honesty, and I know this sounds terrible, but if I was that black man and that was happening, I'd have become indignant and called them racist and Nazis. Right to their face. You would have seen them flip their standing real quick. All he had to say one word. Now, I give him the best credit, and I give him credit for not doing it, but all he would have had to say was, "Excuse me, sir. So I'm supposed to starve like a slave when you want me to do?" He just had to become indignant like that. No, he didn't, and that's good on him. But the sheer frustration. Now, had I been in that situation, I probably wouldn't have done it either. Only because in the situation, you want to smooth things over. It's just human nature when you're a good human being. But that, like, if he had done that, I would not have faulted him in any way, shape, or form. Only because he was being singled out because of his hat. Because actual bigotry was being performed against him at that exact moment. And that was not okay. But yes. Yeah, because his mask said that. Yeah, but a rep from Southwest Airlines insists the ejection came after multiple employees asked him to wear a face covering, according to the Washington Examiner. And that giggling you hear in the background is Aiden. He is joining me for this stream. Yeah, but no. Yeah, and they literally told him that when he was eating, he could take his mask off. And he was eating. He literally had a bag of some sort of snack. I looked like pretzels or something. I know you can't have peanuts on planes anymore, so probably wasn't peanuts. But, yeah. Terrible. All right. So, let's see. That is the news for today, folks. But yeah, it was a pretty gnarly news day. Mostly, like, so I've come to the realization, at least until the end of this, if Trump or Biden do anything like on the news, like be it news network related, I'm just not gonna get much else. The Hunter Biden thing is still continuing. I will cover that periodically, and we'll talk about it during this, but for the most part, nothing's going to change about that. Like, that is what it is, and unless there's like a smoking gun, so to speak, they're going to try their best to bury it. I will try my best to bring it up every day, because it doesn't deserve to be buried. It deserves the criticism and the... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. I want that instead. I clicked the wrong thing. Alright. So, I'm going to spin the wheel. We're going to end this turn. I will be right back, folks. And we will continue playing the game for a little bit.
Yeah, just get to the point.
Oh, oh yeah, sure, we'll take the non-aggression pact. Sure. Oh, are they sieging my town?
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 Peaks.
Spider Town. Settlement besieged. Is that just me, though? Like, did I not see, like... Where is that? Go to it. Who's it besieged by? Hmm.
This is my land.
Hmm.
Kill everything.
Ah. Well, we are going to decline that attack this time. I don't think I can pull that off. This is a walled city, right? Spider Town? Yeah, we'll wait till they try to shuffle their way in there. What? Oh, I can upgrade that. Odd. Anyway, alright, where's my other full stack? There you are.
Night Gobbo War
I've only got
Boss.
4 more turns of war. Alright. Alright.
Plotting and scheming.
Alright. Let's get you into position over here. Alright. And then next turn we'll start moving north.
Boss of them night goblins.
I think. We can move up
Who
to
needs
there.
stabbing? Great and powerful war boss. Heading out.
And we will do some raiding.
I suppose I might help. Moving.
And move there. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. We'll see what the dwarves do, see if they stick around. If they don't, then
Who needs stabbing?
might have to. I don't know. I'm not sure. Give that one a level 3. Alright. Research available. Thank you. Alright. Hero recruitment cost minus 15%. That'll work. What I might do is, I think I have enough for another full stack, so let's do Recruit a Lord. Let's do, yeah, you were the one with all the awesome stuff, right? Yeah, let's do
Poison please.
we will do Blade Master, Devastating Charge, Scarred Veteran, and Route Marcher. And then I will recruit you an army. Crooked Slashers and Gobnobs. It's okay. Alrighty. Unspent skill points. Poison attacks. Death from above. Cool, cool. Start with that. More unspent skill points. Wound. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Odd. Yeah. Okie dokie. Spin the wheel. We will push farther in on the vampires here in a second. Oh, darn, they didn't move that time. Okay, so I am going to have to go that route. They're just going to try to siege me out. Everheim. Alright, so that's going to keep getting made. I'm going to have to move this garrison.
Them night goblins.
What do I have access to? I'm going to recruit that. And I'm going to recruit that.
I'm well nasty.
And
What does Ogginek do you want?
move this up here. That way next turn I should be able to take that over. Or help them attack. And we will recruit a little bit more into this army.
Crush 'em all!
We'll do 2 of you. Anti-large poison attacks. We'll do another 2 of you as well. And what's the best archer? Ooh, what are you? Crooked archers. Ooh. Are they better than the other ones? Let's see. They have more armor. Missile damage 35, missile damage 32. Range 160. Ooh, range 160. Ammunition 35, 33. Okay, yeah. We'll start recruiting some of those. And then, yeah, that'll be good. That'll work very well. Unassigned skill points. Nastier Squig. And Gork will fix it. We should get into a fight here.
Night Gobbo War Boss.
Yep.
No mercy.
Observes
I got
adversary,
me
whatever.
brother. Attack!
Encircle.
Wah! Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
Let's scrap.
Let's. Oh, we'll just auto-resolve that. With, jeez, 0 or 225 block. Where did I lose troops at? Okay. We will loot and occupy that bad boy. Woo-wee. 5 grand.
Lots of plans.
You.
I'm out here.
There we go.
Sounds like a good idea.
Just trying to get him out of attrition zone. Wound. Wound. Oh, did I just screw up? No, I filled that out. Okay, good. And, oh, immortality. Where are you at? There we go. Not losing that. Whee! Good stuff indeedy. Spiky weapons. Do spiky weapons on these guys. Would not mind the spiky weapons. Cool. Winged ammo, range plus 15%. Yes, absolutely. Range plus 15. Nice. Oh, catapults have something. Winged ammo or combat. What is this? Reload reduction by 20%. Nah, I'd rather have the range. We're being completely honest. Alright. We will repair that. And hell, we'll just repair that. This will be Munmuns and that. And we should be within range.
What a zogging it do you want?
Yes.
Killing time! Get him!
And we will
Kill
continue
him!
siege.
Who needs stabbing?
And we will
This way!
put you right there. That
Let him have it!
should give me enough. Oh, I can auto-resolve this. Or do I want to... Wait, what do I got for artillery in this army? Nothing. That will be an annoying fight. So we are going to auto-resolve that. I'm not going to be able to do it without any fewer casualties. And I lost it. Yeah. The warg armies can... Yeah. Although I could have done it with... If I had artillery, I could have done it easily enough, but I don't, so. Alright. 24,000. Yes, please. Loot and occupy. And what else we got? Oh, wow, they're all the way up at Grand Peak. Man, what were you dwarves doing? You doing anything? I'm getting smushed by the vampies. Man, I wonder how far they go. It's going to be annoying as all get out. They're everywhere. Yeah, it's okay. I probably need to move you that direction.
Night Gobbo Warboss!
And upgrade Fleming or Flessingberg, whatever. And I already moved you, right? Yeah,
Boss of
I did.
them night goblins!
I have enough to finish this army out now.
Now's the time.
At least buying the bits that I want. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need... That's... Crooked Arrow Boys, where are you at? Make sure I'm not missing out on anything better. No. 4, 5. 5 will do. And then what? Think armored anti-infantry armor sundering. What are these? Sure, we'll do 2 of you. That'll be different. I don't much do that very often. And alright, so 2 turns, he'll be done. I'll send him down here to get catapults and whatnot, and then probably create another army after that. And start pushing north while I'm pushing south and southwest at the same time. Woo-wee! Repair. Sure, I will repair that. Absolutely, I'll repair that. Sure, we'll repair that. It gives me... Oh, it's under repair. We're going to put that into place. Nope. More money. 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 Alright, unassigned skill points. I have 2 unassigned skill points. And 0 places to put them. Okay. Assigned skill points. Well, he's level 40. I can't help the fact that I cannot give him anything, so we will skip that one. Assigned skill points. Into replenishment. Are you level 25? You don't. Okay. Unassigned skill points. Immortality. No. Level 16. Don't really care about the ambusher stats. We'll do leadership and deadly onslaught. And unassigned skill points. What the heck? I did not do that. Oh. For orc units. I like that. And smash them faster. I like those skills. Alright. What? You don't have any stances. You are going to take attrition.
I'm well nasty.
You can... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to let you raid my own province, so you'll take attrition for 1 turn. And that'll be it. I think that does it. Oh. They have an army headed my direction. Ooh, they are attacking Spider Town. I think I can hold them. Mortars are going to be a pain, but... Ooh. Well... Can I hold out through the attrition that is their mortar fire while I... Well, we will find that out tomorrow. We're going to leave it right here. And quick save once again, just to be sure so we don't have a problem. Alright, so we will find out. Alrighty. Alright, folks, that'll do it for me today. Thank you all so much, and remember, go vote, like, share, subscribe. If you like what I do, if you don't, tell me why. I will try to fix it. If it's just because you don't like me, well, then you can piss off. But if you like me and you like what I do and you like what we do as a group, remember, thanks always to Bex, my infield correspondent for the news. The joke will not stop running. We will keep it going. I did figure out a way to finally, or I was told a way, I haven't done it yet, to put the video from our hike onto my computer via, because I have iPhone, and Windows computer. They don't like to talk to each other. But apparently there is a way, and I will get that done. So hopefully this weekend we should have that up. And other than that, thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. You guys have a wonderful day, and we should be streaming tonight. Sorry we didn't stream last night, but we had friends over, and sometimes time gets away from you. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.